Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I made this Gudetama charm series. You're going to start with a log of yellow clay, roll it out like this, and then use your X-Acto knife to make a butt crack and making sure that it's nice and deep, and then going in with a blending tool to clean up the line. And then I'm rolling out this strip and then cutting off the pieces I need to make the limbs. And then I'm gonna attach them and just blend them all in. Here I'm using rubbing alcohol on a tissue to wipe away the lint, and then baking this yellow portion according to your clay's instructions. And then to make the egg white, I'm just pressing out a piece of white clay, making sure to round out the corners, and then putting the yellow charm right in the middle. Bake this, and then I went in with some white paint to paint the facial features, and I messed up a little, so I cleaned it up with an X-Acto knife, and then I used a black gel pen to add the rest of the face. For the next one, we're going to start by making an eggshell. You want to roll out a sheet of white and then wrap it around a glass marble or some kind of oven-safe marble, and then making sure to smooth or blend out the parts that overlap. Then after carving out the shape of the eggshell, just push away the excess white clay and then bake this with the marble inside. And then afterward you can clean it up, and the satisfying part comes here where the marble should just pop out. Here are two little arms and then a circle for the body, and then bake this. Afterward you can add the face just like before. Moving on, we're gonna start with this little oval uneven shape and then put in two little legs, blend them in, and then add two little arms, and they're kind of hugging the body. We're gonna make the egg white just like we did before, and then we can press the yellow part right on top. This one I didn't bake the yellow one before. You can just put them in the oven together and then add a face just like before as well. Then I'm gonna make a bacon blanket by putting uneven pieces of pink and rolling them out. After cleaning up the edges, I bake this one, and then I put a little face, and this one gets a little circle mouth instead. And I use light blue paint to add a little drip of drool. Okay, for the next one, this one is my personal favorite. You're going to start with a piece of white and roll it into a sheet, and then trace any circular object that's like kind of small, maybe a coin, and then smooth out the edges, making sure your circle is round. And then I pressed it around the bottom of that circular object, and the edges don't have to be perfect because you're going to trim them like this. Next, you're gonna make a really tiny Gudetama. This one has 4 little limbs that are bent up in weirdish ways. I'm not really sure why, but the reference picture looks that way. After assembling my Gudetama, I'm going to add 2 little red balls that are going to be tomatoes, and they're glued in with liquid Sculpey. And here we have 2 of our pieces of bacon. I'm going to ruffle them up a little so they look cuter. And then I'm using my favorite needle technique to add stems for the tomatoes and a little clump of lettuce, which should be glued down to the plate. This, add a little face, and you're done. This part is the seaweed. I'm just rolling out a really thin sheet of black, tracing the circumference of the sushi and wrapping it around, making sure to blend the part where the 2 ends meet. Bake this and then add a little face. This one also gets a little bit of drool on its side. Finally, the last one, make a little fat white rectangle. This is going to be the rice, and then do the same thing with a piece of yellow, but make sure the yellow one is a bit longer than the white because the little egg slice is going to be slouching. After making the limbs, this is going to be a little seaweed belt. And then add a face just like before. We're gonna glaze all of our charms and make sure that the gel pen is completely dried before trying to glaze them because it will smudge everywhere if it isn't, and it's just a huge mess. Alright everyone, and that's how you make this Gudetama charm series. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!